They call it the Lenovo Tab P12, an on-the-go friendly tablet with a 2.8K display for fantastic streaming video. You have 4 JBL speakers integrated into the device for great sound quality. It's compatible with the Lenovo Tab Pen Plus, which the model I purchased comes with it in the box. So it's great for photographers, artists, or designers looking to sketch, do design work, or touch up photos, or a hobbyist just looking to enjoy some art on the go. It's also compatible with a keyboard, so if you're somebody who doesn't exactly like typing directly onto a tablet screen, you can add a keyboard very easily to this device. Big shout out to Lenovo for sponsoring this video and sending over the Lenovo Tab P12 for us to check out. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through this device, check out the build quality, see what it's like using the pen compatibility for art and photography. I'm gonna show you that you can actually use this as a secondary monitor and share files between other Lenovo devices. And we'll take a closer look at using the webcam as well as typing directly on the screen to see what kind of tactile experience that is like. Let's dive into it right now. Now, as we pull the device out of the box, you can see it is so razor thin. It is incredible how thin and light this device is. You can see from the top camera that the device is thinner than the pen that it comes with. Here, I'm gonna hold it because it'll fall off there, but look at that. It's actually slightly thinner than the pen. That's insane. And of course, it magnets right to the back of the device, which is super nice. We have an 8 megapixel camera on the front and actually a 13 megapixel camera on the webcam. And I've taken a few pictures around the house with the front facing camera so you can see the quality of those photos. This is the webcam on the Lenovo Tab P12 and a little sample of the audio for you as well. This is the rear facing camera on the Lenovo Tab P12 and a little sample of the audio for you as well. This device does have a lot of really nice features to help with multitasking. For me, being somebody that normally uses multiple displays on a full workstation setup, I have found it troublesome occasionally to use smaller devices with one singular screen. But Lenovo has put MultiView inside of the Tab P12 to really help with that multitasking that I might need when doing some drawing or editing a photo or just doing some research in Google, but then also needing to reference things in another window of Google. A lot of times I have like 2 windows open at the same time. I'm like trying to move information over, and it just helps to be able to see both windows at the same time. The MultiView is fantastic. I want to give a big shout out to Lenovo for sponsoring this video. My channel would cease to exist if it wasn't for partners like Lenovo sponsoring the channel in order to keep bringing content your way. Show them some love in the comment section below. Thank them for sponsoring to keep this channel alive. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can use the links in the description below to make a purchase. If you're looking to pick up the Lenovo Tab P12, head on over to Lenovo's website and check out the right model for your needs. Now, if I want to go ahead and jump into true dual screen mode, this actually can act as a secondary monitor. If you have another Lenovo device, you can easily pair it up to be a secondary monitor for your other Lenovo device. Whether you have a Lenovo Legion gaming laptop, a Lenovo Yoga, and a Lenovo IdeaPad, whatever it might be, this quickly becomes a secondary monitor. You can also share documents back and forth between the 2 devices. I used Lenovo Smart Connect, so that's super nice to be able to draw something or develop a photo using the Tab P12. Quickly send a file from your laptop to your tab or vice versa, and that can all be done wirelessly. Now let's go ahead and talk about the connectivity on this device. You do not have any ports on the top or the bottom, but you have ports on each of the sides. Well, unless you hold it like this, and then you have ports on the top and the bottom. Tablets, I'm so used to reviewing laptops, forgive me. So looking at the bottom or the right side, you can see there's a USB Type-C port. That is where you'll plug your charger in to keep your device charged. And then on the left side or the top, you have a micro SD card reader where you can pop out that slot, slide in a micro SD card, which I have, and bring over any sort of design or imagery that you want to be editing on your tab. I have a thumbnail here I'm working on from the Lenovo Yoga Pro 9i. Then I also have my classic St. Augustine that I always sketch on while testing the pen capability of these devices, which we'll get to in just a minute. But you can see, even from the top cam, this glossy 2.8K display is vivid. It is super bright and colorful. Beautiful darks, nice bright colors. It is a fantastic 12.7-inch display. Now we discussed the ports, let's talk about connecting the keyboard. I did not purchase the keyboard. However, you see here that there's these pins in the middle for the connectivity and then these outer pins for support. You can hook up a full-size keyboard to this device. So if you're not a big fan of typing on a screen, you can go ahead and add a keyboard to the Tab P12. Now I would say that overall, I do like the typing experience. What's kind of funny is you can slightly elevate the tab with the pen if you want just it to be slightly elevated towards you, or a little hack I like to do, if you have a bit of a stickier surface, if it's a very smooth surface, this doesn't work as well. But I take my charger block, slide it under there, and it elevates it towards me. So now I've created a little bit better ergonomics for my typing experience. Let's give it a try. So Ben is great. I mean, come on. What do you think? What do you think? I personally would get the keyboard and add it to this device. I'm so used to using laptops, and I'm sure over time I could definitely get used to the thinner keyboard, but it just is my preference. Now let's talk about using the pen. First and foremost, in regards to taking notes, the pen is very nice. The little Sketchbook app that you can download from the Google Play Store is really handy. It has really good responsiveness to it. However, one thing that's very interesting, normally something like Photoshop would be even more responsive, right? Compared to just like a regular sketch software that you would download from the Google Play Store. But when I went ahead and got into Photoshop Express, I was not super impressed by the pen. So I'm gonna go ahead, change the color down to this more burgundy color. It's a pretty big brush stroke. You can see there's no really good detail. I mean, there's no sensitivity. I'll go ahead and change the brush size. The only way I can change the size is not by pressure, but by actually adjusting the brush size. And so I would say that I'm not impressed with how the pen interacts inside of Photoshop Express. But like I said, I think this is a Photoshop Express problem, because when I switch over to like this Sketchbook app, you can see it like responds really well. Like it makes it look like a nice light pencil stroke. I'm trying to get that, kind of softened look. And then I just press hard and it tightens up really good, especially as I make my pen stand up straight. It looks great. So I think the issue is Photoshop more than it's the Tab P12. So far, the sensitivity in this app seems fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and move up here, do a nice light stroke for the smiley face, and then some stronger eyes. So I get really tight. So I pushed really hard and it responds very well to me pushing hard versus me doing just some like lighter strokes. See if I want to go ahead and write on here. And then I want to write harder. It writes and responds very, very nicely. It also has a really neat reading mode where you can switch over to black and white, and it even decreases the brightness coming through the display, makes it much easier on the eyes, and a much less distracted reading experience. Definitely check it out if you pick up the Tab P12. Now, the reason I suggested the Lenovo Tab P12 in regards to a device for be a great gift option and just to pick up for yourself is the price point of this device. I mean, it's about $249 on sale. If you want to get it with the keyboard, it's around $400. It's just a really good price point for a tablet. Other brands, they're upwards of $600, $700, $1,200. And I love the build quality on the back of this device, a nice aluminum chassis along the back, really great edges along the sides. And so everything is built very well. I really like the build quality, and it comes in at a great price point. If you want to check the live pricing, head down in the description below and click those links. If you do make a purchase, I'll get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. Of course, that's what keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. Now, I know a lot of you will probably be using this device for streaming video, and that's one thing that really stands out to me is you'll need a converter for your headphones if you still have, physical headphones. If you have Bluetooth headphones, it's not a problem. I personally still have physical headphones, so I would use a converter USB-C to headphone jack. But If you are in a situation where you can play the speakers out loud, these speakers are fantastic. 4 JBL speakers, and the audio is second to none, especially for a device this small. Here's an audio sample so you can hear what it sounds like. And I'm going to compare it to the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i Aura Edition, another laptop with great speakers. You can hear that it has audio quality on par with a full-on laptop with upward-facing like speakers and bass speakers. It's really solid. Here's a sample of both of those so you can hear that comparison. Now, if you're somebody who's going to be getting this device for a child, it makes it really simple to set up for the first time. You can set up their profile. You don't have to have any pre-existing profiles. You can link your email. You will need a phone number or email to link in order to have the parental control, but it made it really simple. It took me only a couple of minutes, and I immediately had this profile where I could have apps, control permissions, allow websites, and it makes it easy. You don't have to log into another thing. If a child wants to download an app or go to a new website or whatever, all they have to do is click, ask parent permission, and then they can literally just hand you the device. Or it can be tied to your email where you'll get an email or a text alert, and then you can approve the website or application that they want to download. The ease of setting this up and the parental controls, how easy it was to kind of set things up and put some blocks and walls around it, made this a little bit more advantageous than a laptop, which is a little bit more challenging to set up, like parental controls and blocks and approvals. This was much easier. So I definitely wanted to throw that out there for somebody considering a device for a child's use. If you're looking for a tablet at a great price point, loaded with features, incredible speaker quality, great pen compatibility, great camera on the front as well as webcam, the ability to hook in a keyboard very easily, and just so thin and light with excellent build quality. I think you found a really good device here with the Lenovo Tab P12, with the Tab Pen Plus, I might add. So definitely head down in the description below if you're interested in making a purchase or you want to check the live pricing. Otherwise, click or tap the screen here for more videos to help you with your buying decisions. I'll see you in the next one.